Cherry blossom season in Fukuoka feels completely different, calmer, softer, almost like the city itself slows down for spring. We spent a day exploring peaceful parks filled with Sakura trees, met a Shiba Inu selling ice cream, and ended the evening surrounded by lanterns, food stall, and the smell of festival foods. It was one of those days that reminded us why we fell in love with Japan in the first place, and it also made us realize how far we've come since we first dreamed of this trip. Since 2018, we were saving up money for our wedding and our honeymoon in Japan. We planned everything for April 2020, but then Corona took over the world and it changed everything. We still got married, but no party or honeymoon. And Japan was closing its borders for a long time. Tourists? No. So we postponed our journey again and again and again. And I admit I was ugly crying at least 2 times because I always dreamed of going on a honeymoon traveling adventure. But then, in October 2022, Japan officially opened its borders again and we could finally start planning and fly over to Japan for our 3 months honeymoon. And if you like, you can follow us on our 3 months journey through Japan. And this is part 34. We started our day at Matsuya, one of Japan's fast food chains. They offer a wide variety of Japanese meals at an affordable price. And we chose it for our breakfast. We both chose a menu option that includes several items like a miso soup, rice, salad, and the main dish. It was filling and delicious. Then we went into the nearest Family Mart to get ourselves some drinks and snacks because again, we are doing Hanami and we want to be prepared. Our first Sakura location was Minami Park. The park was on a hill, so we had a lot of going up to do. And we already established our fitness level in earlier vlogs. But I must say, all the blooming cherry blossoms on the way made this burden a little lighter. And right at the entrance to the park is a small shop where we were greeted with cuteness overload. A small Shiba Inu behind the counter. The owner told us his name is Seven. And he's such a good boy. I bet he's employee of the month all year round. Of course, his job worked and he sold us 2 ice creams. And we needed the extra sweet energy for all the stairs ahead of us. And when we made it to the top, we encountered another animal, a lizard. And I really wanted to get closer. Okay, the lizard was not even tolerating us. I mean, I would run away too when I'm not familiar with 2 giants trying to get me on their hands. I persisted for a while and got it on my hand. But now that I accomplished my goal, it was time to let it be in ease. We should focus on what we came for anyways, the cherry blossoms.
So we are here at Minami Park in Fukuoka. It's also a spot recommended for Hanami, like viewing your cherry blossoms. And we are here during the weekday, and there are just barely any people. You see a lot of families, but they are more in the botanical garden and in the zoo, and not under the cherry blossoms. There are just a few small groups who are doing it, like a little picnic, just like we are doing. And we went to Family Mart before and picked up some Fanta, and it was a really interesting flavor. It's yogurt and strawberry. Like, I think in Germany we only have like orange flavor and sometimes different one, but never yogurt and strawberry or something like that. So let's give it a taste. I hope it's not too much shaking up. It already smells like strawberry and yogurt. You know that candy which is like striped and strawberry and I don't know, like milk kind of stripe. It has this smell of this candy.
This is one of the cases where it's obvious. My face has subtitles.
And it tastes exactly like that. It's obviously a super artificial flavor. And it's like a weird combination because it's sparkling. What the fuck?
I'm trying to be diplomatic, but sometimes I fail when I can't wrap my thoughts around something like this.
I won't buy this again. It's weird. Like, I can see why. No, I have no explanation, to be honest. I tried. But we won't waste food here, so we are going to drink this until the last sip, but I won't enjoy it. Also, we found the peach flavor KitKat at Family Mart, and this time it was really useful that they made like just the small little pieces, so you don't need to buy like a whole bag or something like this. Perfect for tasting. I assume it's like white chocolate with a hint of peach. And I have to admit that I'm kind of obsessed with peach flavor in Japan. Although like peach is also like, I don't know if you can say popular, but a common flavor, but not in chocolate. So let's give it a try.
After the Fanta shock, I needed some time to get my taste buds to work normal again. I can't explain why I need so long for thinking otherwise.
I have to think about it. It's not overpowering sweet and sugary. It has this fruity sweetness in the chocolate. I think maybe it's in the waffles in the middle, like this cream between the waffles. At first, like, the peach is much stronger in taste, but there's like this sour hint of the fruit that makes it like a really fruity flavor. It's like a really good chocolate flavor, I think. Not like the Fanta, which is overpowering sweet, just hell for me. But this is really good. So I will try and bring that home as a souvenir for friends.
Compared to Maizuru Park, it felt empty here. Most people probably went to the nearby zoo and the botanical garden. This was the main attraction around here. But they have an admission fee and the park is free. And our main attraction, because it literally bursts with cherry blossom trees out of every corner. So enjoy all the Sakura footage and the wonderful view you have from up here. The park is near a more residential neighborhood, so it's really nice for leisure walks and relaxation. We can definitely back up this statement. On our way back, we spotted Seven again. He was on his break or finished his shift because the store was now closed. Then we slowly made our way back to our Airbnb. This metal thing in front of the store gave me Google eyes. Family Mart where we got the Yamato One Piece card game deck. Just wanted to show that again. Then we took a rest at our Airbnb because from the evening on we had plans. Going to our second Sakura spot of the day at Nishi Park. The street up the hill already had some food stalls lined up, and besides admiring the cherry blossom, that's what we actually came for. And we already spotted the first stall that made our mouths water.
So we arrived at Nishi Park, and it is also famous for their Sakura viewing, and they also have a lot of food stalls around. So we decided to try some, I think it's chicken steak, right? Chicken steak, and it looks really delicious for 500 yen. Itadakimasu. Super crunchy, super nice. I take another bite. Super juicy, and I really love the sauce.
The light of the lanterns hanging in the branches of the sakura trees gave the park a wonderful atmosphere. And by the way, Nishi Park is one of the historic parks in Fukuoka. It was opened in 1875 and has now roughly 1,300 cherry blossom trees. And the long stairs lead up to Terumo Jinja, a shrine dedicated to the members of the Kuroda family. They were Fukuoka's ruling nobility from the 16th century onward. And like always, I'm kind of never tired to emphasize this, but there are not as many people.
And there was also like a really cool lit up shrine, and we took a look at omamoris and stuff like that, and I decided to buy Mikushi Daruma. It was the last purple one for just 300 yen, and I wanted to buy some Daruma for fulfilling my goals anyway. So let's find out my fortune, because if it's not good, then I try to put it to the other bad luck papers. This feels like really light. As you can put it on a stick, but it's still really, really cute. Take a look at my fortune. Obviously, I won't understand everything in detail, but I know if it's like good or bad luck. It's like okay luck, I think. I don't understand the detail. But it says like decent luck, okay luck. In other words, I don't have to bind it on the tree. I can keep it and figure out what my exact luck is. Okay. One thing is the mother and child are going to be healthy. Okay. Still have to figure out everything in detail later. So let's go.
We kept wandering around the shrine and the park and came across the park's observatory. It's quite dark when we strolled around, but normally the observatory offers a fantastic view over Fukuoka, Hakata Bay and the islands in the bay. We were just able to enjoy the city lights, but it was still a fantastic view. And seems like animals also enjoy this atmosphere. We stumbled upon 2 cats, but they were more interested in going their way instead of interacting with some tourists who claim not to like cats, but always pull out their camera and start recording. Just saying. And the cherry blossoms that were lit up by the spotlights all over the park. It was a magical place, and since only locals seem to enjoy it here, it gave it a calm atmosphere. We also admired how some of these trees are growing. Slowly but surely we headed back to the food stalls. We hadn't had enough to eat yet. We discovered a Japanese street food which I saw for the first time, Hashimaki. It's like a rolled up okonomiyaki and a festival food. I found different sources about its origins. Some say it's from the Kansai regions, others say it's from Fukuoka. All I can say it, I saw it the first time here in Fukuoka. And we also walked past a Yakitori food stall. Of course, we got ourselves a few skewers there too.
Just a tiny bite from the liver. To my surprise, because I hate liver, I really hate liver. It tastes good. It tastes really good. It's the second time that I ate liver in Japan. Although I was hesitant, and this one's really good. Now for the chicken skin. Fatty and juicy. Perfect. Now I need a drink. And now we're going to have a bite from the Hashimaki. It's like rolled up on chopsticks, which are the hashi, and maki is to roll up. Probably a lot of you already know this because of maki sushi, but now let's give it a taste. This is really good. But it tastes like a rolled up okonomiyaki. Yeah. A rolled up okonomiyaki. So if you go to a festival like this and you see Hashimaki, I think this is something that fills you up real good.
So after we were finished admiring the view, the location and enjoyed the food, we slowly walked home and passed by the food stalls and sakura trees one last time.
Everywhere I looked online, Nishi Park was recommended as a sakura viewing spot, so I thought that even in the evening, like after work, it will be fully crowded, but no, there are just a few people, not too many. You can easily go to a food store and get your food right away. no lines, maybe one person in front of you, but it's like max. But it's still like a really relaxing atmosphere, and I'm used to doing Hanami in Tokyo, and it was always crazy crowded, like at Maizuru Park, which like the Sakura viewing stuff I showed in the video before. This one was crowded, but still like not to a point where you feel like there's no place to move. There were a lot of people, but there was a lot, like enough room, only like long waiting lines for the food stalls. So in case you go to Fukuoka during Sakura season, I still recommend going to Maizuru Park if you're here just for 1 week and just can do one Hanami event, because then you have the full experience of the food stalls, like a light show, and you can also do your own little picnic on the side if you want to. If you're here for longer, you can still go here to Nishi Park, because it's like a really relaxing atmosphere, and you see this wonderful shrine, and it's really nice to see all those people celebrating nature and spring and Sakura.
And we decided to walk all the way home. I think it was around 30 to 40 minutes. And funny enough, we walked past Maizuru Park, and yes, it's Maizuru. I was annoyed by myself saying it wrong. And here you can see again masses of people, but still no comparison to Tokyo. Although we went there already, we got mesmerized by the light show again, because we haven't seen that side yet. But we came to Japan to admire the cherry blossoms. And I already said it before in another vlog, we came to enjoy the shit out of the season, and we certainly did. Thank you for watching.
So we arrived at Nishi.
And that was our double Hanami day in Fukuoka, cherry blossoms, festival food, and one very good Shiba Inu employee of the month. If you want to keep following our journey, check out our 3 months Japan journey playlist on the left. Start from the beginning or just jump to the next part on the right. Maybe even subscribe. Just saying, it's free, it's fun, it's full of Sakura. Okay, that's it. Hope to see you in the next one.